September the 10th, 2016. We're watching a lot of things, guys, but there's two questions that I've been asked a number of times about objects appearing on satellite images in our solar system. Now, check this out. Now, the question was, BP, this can't be a comet. There's no tail. There's no flaring or anything else. It's very far below the ecliptic of the other planets. Now, we're going to go into this one, and the other question was what was showing up on Stereo A, which is on the opposite side of the sun of LASCO. LASCO is approximately 99 million miles away from the sun, close to our planet. Stereo A is twice that far, and it's on the other side. But notice in the top left corner, this is Eyes on the Solar System. It's on our website. It's on the top left and some of the major links. Just go there and check it out. You have to download it. First, the first question that we're seeing, and the first object that we're seeing on LASCO C3, we can quickly explain it with this software. Now, as you turn it on, you're going to have a lot of different things showing up. All your satellites around our planet, different paths of the other planets, asteroids, things like that. So come over and click on your visual controls. This is a tutorial also about this particular software. Click off spacecraft, click off of UFOs, click off Nibiru, click all that off. So you just got the planets. So you can click that down, and what I'm doing is kind of going through some of the things that you can do to manipulate the software. It's not that easy until you play with it a little bit. Now notice that Mercury is not in the same ecliptic, guys, as the rest of the planets. It's very much further below the Earth. See how fast it's rising as we advance the time up to September 13th in the date and time box in the bottom. And that's what we're seeing in the first images of LASCO C3. That particular satellite is very close to our planet, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But notice Mercury has that different orbit, and that's what we're seeing. So we pull it down, you'll see first the orbit of the moon, then the orbit of SOHO, and the orbit of Wind. But SOHO is the satellite that we just watched with the blue camera with this with Mercury coming into the bottom left. Check that out. It's kind of cool to be able to see this. So we bend that down. We're again, SOHO is relatively very close to Earth. Let's go 200 million miles away to the other side of the sun, and almost double, because Stereo Ahead is in the same orbit as our planet, but on the other side of the sun. A couple of things about this. Notice those wingtips right there, guys. We're going to see them as we switch to their camera. Now, these are 1 day newer than the last images that I showed you of this particular object. The last ones were up to September 6th. These are up to September 7th because it takes that long to get the images 200 million miles and then process them. You're looking at Venus and Mars as far as the planets. The sun's energy is coming from the left. Now, NASA has said this is a camera abnormality. I've seen lens flares. Everyone has seen lens flares. I've had 100,000 emails with lens flares of the sun that you can't see with the naked eye, saying, is this Nibiru? No, it's the lens flare. Now, if this is a camera abnormality, as they're saying, I'll have to agree it is on the camera and it is abnormal. That's about all I can say about it, because it's not normal. If it's a camera abnormality, then it should be there all the time, but it's not. We all have watched SETI before this, and this is SETI A, part of the stereo system. Again, the almost equal distance on the other side of the sun is our planet. Check that out. Very unusual abnormality. But those were the two questions. The first one with the object coming in on the blue camera, LASCO, is Mercury, because it is not in the same orbit. We moved 200 million miles almost to another satellite on the opposite side of the sun, and this is what we're seeing. But guys, this one's strange. It looks like a spinning disk. It looks like something out in front of it. Some have said a solar sail, but if it was a solar sail capturing the protons and electrons coming from the sun, it would be going the other direction because all of that energy is coming from there. I don't know what it is. We may never know what it is. If I just had to guess, past being something abnormal with the camera, I would say what we're seeing in the front is closer to a shield or a cloaking device. We're watching it, guys. It's a heads up. Be safe.